Acknowledge on a larger scale that the Russians were trying to intervene in the election. And Wolf, just a side note, you did mention that this briefing is going to be off camera. That is correct, and we're going to have the audio after this is all over. But another thing we should point out, another thing that is sort of an erosion of what we've come to expect here at the White House in terms of press coverage of the President of the United States. Later on this afternoon, the President and the Prime Minister of India, Prime Minister Modi, they're going to be in the Rose Garden delivering statements to the press about their meetings that are going on here at the White House today. And Wolf, that is obviously not in keeping with tradition, what we've come to expect over the years covering the President here at the White House. Typically, when the President appears with a foreign leader in the Rose Garden, it is expected that the President and that foreign leader, that head of state, do what we call a 2+2, each of them answering questions from reporters. That is not happening in the Rose Garden this afternoon, Wolf. I think it's critical that we point that out to our viewers, that in addition to this briefing being off camera today, the President is also eroding the expectations, eroding the traditions of covering the President of the United States here in Washington, in that he is holding a statement in the Rose Garden this afternoon with a foreign head of state and not taking questions from reporters. Obviously, we would like to ask the question about the travel ban earlier today. Why is it that the White House put out this statement just a little while ago talking about the travel ban, calling it a suspension of travel from those 6 countries? That is obviously not what the President himself said. 3 weeks ago, the President said he calls it a ban. So why the White House felt the need to sanitize the President's own words in that statement, I think, is a question that needs to be asked, among many other questions. But of course, during this briefing, as you know, Wolf, that's coming up here in a few moments, the lights are on, the cameras are on in here, but they'll all be going off here in short order when Sean Spicer, the press secretary, comes to the podium, Wolf.
Lots of questions you'll have for him, I'm sure. All right, thanks very much, Jim Acosta.